no power steering. I got a view, and all the birds are tripping out. I'm driving with the headlights off. It's funny, the view from my phone is a lot brighter than the view in front of me without the headlights on, but I just don't feel like getting stopped out here in the middle of the night when you're not supposed to be here at night. So if I see a car coming, I'll have to drop the phone and turn on the headlights. This is probably their perfect place to hang out where nothing will bother them. So yeah, I left a voicemail with my buddy to see if he could look up on the internet whether oh, just wanted a jackrabbit. There's a big hole. If I could use the seafoam as power steering fluid temporarily, but then I realized that I had a leak, a pretty bad one. I don't know when or where it happened, but I actually saw a little trail of fluid behind my truck to where I stopped. Granted, I'd slowed down a bit to try and figure out whether I really didn't have power steering or not, but I wouldn't be surprised. I was driving around out in that field before I actually got into the nitty-gritty, and there was those two Nissan Titan, those silver Nissan Titan trucks, which might have been security, were driving around. Well, I went off a couple different directions, and then there was a freshly tilled section around a hill. I don't know if it was being used as a fire break or what, but I drove through that quite a bit, and the bad idea about driving through a freshly tilled, topsoiled area is that anything that's hidden under the soil, whether it's sticks, rocks, twigs, bicycle frames, car parts, construction equipment pieces, it just gets kind of tilled up to the surface, and sometimes it's just below the surface. And I remember one car I drove across this field, and I had to go fast because it was just a two-wheel drive, just a car. I think it was a station wagon. And I got home, I shut the car off and went to start it up later, and it wouldn't run. Well, there was a big, huge, gaping hole in the, I gotta get off the phone because I can't steer. Hold on a second, let's see what I can do here. Mirror off for the second time. I forgot that I re-glued it. Oh geez, got no power steering. I forgot that I had re-glued it onto the original mount a while back, and I was using it as kind of a makeshift mount for my phone then, and I just went to move it down and it popped off. Didn't crack the windshield, and it didn't take the metal mount that was on the windshield off, but now my whole mirror came off. But that's not a big deal. So I can't steer with one hand with no power steering, so I figured I would video this way I get out. I've had to do it with my Power Wagon twice, but I've never done it in the Jeep. The Power Wagon, I had to put it in 4 low because my hitch, luckily my hitch was in, and it drag the hitch instead of dragging the rear bumper. But I literally had to put it in 4 low to get it to go through because the rear tires were hanging in the air when I went through this dip. So you'll see what I'm talking about when I drop through it. I'm probably going to be fine two-wheel drive with this. I took the hook off the back, but I got a feeling my hitch on the back is going to scrape. But I could care less on this truck. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. My steering cover is sliding on my steering because the steering is so hard. Ooh. That I had a really bad leak anyways. There's really no point in putting any fluid in the power steering because it's just going to drain back out anyways. So in the of caution, I figured, well, I'm better off not to put any fluid in it and just drive it home than put the wrong fluid in it and not only damage the power steering unit or steering box itself, but maybe permeate the lines if the stuff that I've got in there is too thin and softens up the O-rings and seals, because that's usually what happens if you use a power steering or transmission stop leak. It's got actually mildly caustic chemicals in it, which will partially break down O-rings and seals so that they soften and swell up, kind of like brake fluid. Oh, they patched the road since the last time I went down here, because when I was in the power wagon I was having to swerve the potholes. So yeah, I just hope I don't damage the pump. I got a feeling when I went through that field that was freshly tilled, I had to put it in 4 low just to drive through it, because it was like 1.5 foot of just crumble. There might have been a piece of metal or a stick or maybe even a strip of barbed wire or those joggers. Oh, okay. I thought it was a freaking horse in the middle of the street for a minute there. Freaked me out. So I'm gonna turn on some more lights. That's what I'm gonna do. And those suckers looked at me like I was, you know what? That's what they get being out there trying to break, but broke back mounting it out there. See? See? My phone couldn't even handle it. Some other vehicle down here. He better not be parked the damn way. I will drive through his ass. I've had a day. Fuck. You can hear a Karen like literally at 50 feet away at 50 miles an hour. I heard a Karen complaining just then when I drove by. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm on the way back to civilization. I know there's a stop sign that's going to sneak up on me here. Somewhere. This guy's going to turn. If he turns, I'm just going to blow the stop sign. Yep. Four Seasons. I'm still videoing. I'm back to civilization. Boring, bland, and blatantly Beaumont. So, probably go back to the shop because it's cool enough to see what it done broke. Maybe I can mess with the Mad Max cars some more. And then, I gotta go to Napa tomorrow anyways to get a couple more parts, so